Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. This is Asha Media TV. My name is Asha. This is where I like to watch, react, and just kind of give my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my condensed reaction to episode 19 from the 7th season of Supernatural. I almost said the 5th one. I don't know why. So this one is titled Of Grave Importance. Sounds very serious just from that title. But before I share my reaction with you, allow me to express my informal recap as to what I've understood from episodes 16, 17, and 18, my last binge watch, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, so episode 16. Filler episode, boring episode, not worth a rewatch. The only one thing I learned from it that's important, it seems, is that the Leviathans are planning to cure cancer. It's unclear if the character George was joking about that. No one has corrected me on my suspicion that it's possibly a joke or he was being sarcastic. So I'm just going to presume that yes, they have plans to cure cancer, and I look forward to seeing how they do that. But the coolest trivia that came to my attention from one of my club members is that the character of Joyce, played by Mary Page Keller, that actress, who I did know looked familiar, but I just couldn't place where I've seen her. But apparently she's married to Thomas Ian Griffith, who I'm a fan of because of his portrayal of Terry Silver in Cobra Kai Season 4. I love Cobra Kai, and so I just like that connection to another show that I'm really digging, and I would have loved to have reacted to that for my YouTube channel, but I just didn't have the time to add any additional properties, unfortunately. But if you have not seen Cobra Kai, go and check it out. It is so good. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not into martial arts, I promise you the drama, the humor, you'll dig it just for that, okay? You'll become a fan of martial arts after watching it. Okay, so that's episode 16. Episode 17. Okay, I'm going to have a longer commentary on this one because I do want to make one particular thing clear. All right, so when it comes to what I've learned in terms of the narrative, Castell has returned in all his glory, and he has somewhat healed Sam by taking on the burden Sam had with the hallucinations of Lucifer, and he's taken it on to himself. And so at the end of the episode, Castell is the one left in a mental institution and being cared for by Demon Meg. And that just makes me more excited for possible Meg Stiel stuff to come. I really hope that wasn't the show benching the Castell character till God knows when. You know, I hope we get to see the interaction between himself and Meg in the institution at some point. I'm just really hoping for that. I like the Meg Stiel thing. So when it comes to the story, that's the main thing I've taken away from that episode. Now, on a side note, I want to make one thing clear, because at the time that I've uploaded my reaction to my club membership, none of you here on YouTube know about what's been going on, with me learning more about the episode through my club members. So, in a nutshell, when it comes to the character of Castell, I'm still on the fence. I'm not a huge fan of his just yet. I appreciate the moments where he's funny and he's endearing, but overall, and please don't go freaking out on me in the comment section if you are a major Castell fan. I just need you to understand this perspective, and it's temporary, right? Because I still have 7.5 seasons to go. I don't know if Castell as a character makes it all the way to the end, but I do know he's at least there up until season 11, and I've talked about being spoiled about that in previous videos, okay? I know that much. Anyway, so that's as much as a clarification I hope I can give you, because I think my reaction to that episode came off as if I'm somewhat of a hater of Castell, and I'm not a hater of him at all. If you've been watching my reactions, I verbalize when I do love things he says or things he does, and when I don't like what he says or does, I vocalize that too, okay? I'm fair there, I think, anyway. All right, so let's move on to episode 18 before I share my reaction with you. And that is my favorite episode, one of my favorites right now, Party on Garth. I love that episode. I love it so much. I love the character of Garth. I am instantly a Garth fan. I'm a Garth fangirl, people. I replayed that episode a couple more times. Once during lunch the next day. And yeah, I really, really, really do love that episode. Okay, so when it comes to that episode, though, the main thing I've taken away is Bobby really, truly is a spirit, and he's the one who is tethered to the flask, as that was pointed out in many instances, but it seems to have been confirmed. And it ends off with him looking as if he's upset that he can't seem to get Dean's attention or Sam's attention. I think it's Dean specifically, but I'm not sure just yet. So that's it. That's my informal recap. That's really what I've taken from my last binge watch. So without further ado, here is my condensed reaction to episode 19.
Annie.
Hey, Dean.
A nice surprise. How you been?
Oh, I'm still kicking, so good, I guess. Heard about Bobby. Sorry.
Has this character been on the show before? I don't remember.
You working?
Always. You guys anywhere nearby?
Near enough.
Cool. Why don't we meet at the Pierfront restaurant? Lunch?
1 o'clock?
Yeah, bye.
Very matter of fact. I like that. What?
I shouldn't be here. Yeah. I know.
Where are they? So damn dark, I can't even see where they are. I just see candles. Some gate.
Cops?
Okay, obviously there's somewhere they shouldn't be. It's a house of some, yeah. Ooh, a haunted house?
Come here.
What the hell is that? Ooh. Oh no. All right. Guess we'll find out what happens to her.
Annie's not usually this late, is she?
No, never. She's totally compulsive. We'll try her so.
All right,
You know,
so this episode is about finding
she and
Annie.
Bobby had a thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, Bobby's ex-girlfriend.
Kind of a foxhole thing. Very Hemingway.
She and I kind of went Hemingway this one time, too.
Oh my god, for real?
All right, well, that happens.
Yeah, Sam's face says it
A
all.
while back, we ended up on the same case. She was stressed. I didn't have a soul.
Oh my god. That's great. That's gonna be awkward when they see her.
Are we being stood up?
Yeah, let's hope that's all this is. Forgotten?
Straight to voicemail. Something's not right.
What's she doing in Bodega Bay?
She's working some kind of job. She didn't really say.
These go back years. Disappearances never solved. They stop a few decades back, then pick up again just recently. All teenagers.
It's like Annie found a spot. A lot of them like to poke around before they went missing.
Yeah?
Yeah, old Van Ness house.
Van Ness house.
It just makes that curtain shitty.
Hundreds.
Could you look in the right place at the right time?
Slam the
Yes, a couple
door or
months back,
something.
someone put it on
Are you
one
sure I
of
did
those
that?
most haunted houses in America lists.
Let me guess. That's when the teenagers started going missing.
Yep.
Okay, now let's get rolling.
I say we get rolling. Jeez. My people. Let's go.
Oh.
here?
What?
Llame Bell Bobby?
Say it in Spanish.
Chile.
Ghost World.
There's a whole lot of something going on.
It's her phone. Oh shit.
And you know it was forbidden. I don't broke that sort of thing in my home. Don't do it again, Dexter. Or there will be consequences. Golden was the last one she made. So where the hell is she?
Bobby?
She's like locked to. Oh, never mind. Oh no, she's dead too.
Dead. Ghost. Me. 3 words you never want to use in a sentence. I feel like I was drugged.
I get it. I figure it was a month before I even knew I was still here. You're doing well.
Terrific. You ran away from your Reaper. On purpose?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're still here? You stupid crazy.
I remember a time when you liked how crazy I was.
Shut up.
She liked how crazy all 3 of them were.
Kids. Hello? You're dead.
Not the brightest bulbs on the string.
I came in, they were roadkill.
Okay.
Then this big guy charges me. And now I'm... Crap. Is there a fun aspect to this?
Doesn't look like it.
I mean, I've seen poltergeist bench a piano as a warm-up. I tried to help the boys out once by knocking a book off the table and blacked out for 2 weeks.
So, Sam and Dean don't even know you're here? Wow, that is messed up.
Okay, that's a lot of extra information.
Well, if Evil is party in here, it's got a hell of a cleanup crew. Oh, by the way. What? Here's something. For earlier this week. Okay. Where'd that come from? Ever seen a phone number look like that?
So not all ghosts can see each other. That's interesting.
Alright, that's cool.
Excuse me. Hey, boss.
Dick.
Yeah, well, ghosts ain't the most sociable type to come down the pike.
You're right, we are novices, so
Interesting
could you do
name.
me solid and show me how to move that chair? It's one stupid chair.
Baby steps. Gorgeous.
Yeah, we are going full on ghost here. This is awesome. You gotta feel it in the pit of your stomach.
You've got 2 ways to move things. What I did, which you obviously must, is calm yourself.
You're saying we should move crap with the power of Zen.
I'm telling you to let go of all that. Calmly tell the thing what to do.
What's option 2? You said there were 2 ways.
Oh, you could use explosive anger and pure red-hot rage, but that's impossible to manufacture. Sorry.
Why is it impossible?
Take my help or don't, but if you want to move a flea, surrender.
I see why he got stabbed.
For the record, I hated that Swayze flick.
What?
Bull crap.
It's wonderful.
We deteriorate at different rates, some sooner, some later, and eventually all like that. Nothing left at all.
Well, maybe no news is good news. Meaning? Meaning maybe she's just not here. Maybe she's still okay.
Yeah, and what does your gut say?
Look at them just watching them. This is so
Let's just see if
weird.
there's anything else in the research.
Sam! Dean!
Honey, don't you think I've tried that? I shouted myself hoarse.
But I'm right here!
Well, now you know how all the ghosts who've ever tried to talk to us feel. Is it me, or am I being checked out?
No stud, I'm being checked out. Can I help you?
I'm Victoria.
Annie.
I saw you here the other day. I know the kind of work you do.
Wait, your voice. You're the one on my phone.
When you were here, I was able to call out to you that way.
Ah, spectral voice transference.
Right. Ghost juju.
Sure.
Okay. Ghost juju.
Victoria, free you from what?
What just happened?
We're trying to get her intel.
I guess that was involuntary?
Got a flask.
Oh, right. Okay, he has to go where the flask goes.
Anything unusual ever happen in the house?
Over the course of a century, things are going to happen in the house.
Tell it what to do.
Some locals swear it's haunted.
Move.
Well, we only have the real school.
He'll eventually move something. It's gonna get their attention.
A lady came by the other day asking all sorts of questions.
30s, red hair, good looking.
I gave her the same advice I'll give to you. Stay away from the place. It's extremely unsafe.
Yeah, it's falling on deaf ears.
All right now. I can kill werewolves, fix a pinto, and bake cornbread. I will be damned if I can't get Zen.
Did he write in the mirror?
Sam? What? Tell me you wrote that.
Yes! Yes, Bobby!
No, I didn't.
I said, who's there?
Oh, we are going full ghost. This is awesome. Write your name. Right? He's gonna write Bobby?
Bobby?
Yes. Whole time we're trying to talk ourselves out of it. He's been... What's he doing here?
Dude, we don't have time for this. Get your asses back to that house.
We gotta get back to that house, Dad.
Okay, so they're gonna eventually see him. I hope. I mean, I think this is enough dragging on.
Come here.
Dexter. I expressly forbid you! Enough! Thank you.
Yeah. Don't do it, Dexter, because I wanna.
Dexter. You tried to warn them away.
You have enough of us.
Oh.
They're just children, Whitman. I can't watch this happen all over again.
Shut up.
How was he able to do that?
Ah, Victoria. Grab the camera.
No, I can't. We don't meddle in women's affairs.
Okay, you want to help me understand exactly what did he do to Dexter?
Punished him. He was trying to warn them. He tried to warn you too. He drained him.
Drained. What does that mean?
That's why he's so strong and why you should stay out of sight.
So when he does that, what happens? Just poof.
Forever.
They gotta give more of an explanation.
Whitman killed all of us. When this house was a brothel, I worked here as a fancy lady. He slit my throat.
Fancy lady. A hooker.
Please. And now, even in death, every soul he traps here makes him stronger.
Okay, so where does he keep the bodies?
I don't know.
There has to be some kind of black magic involved.
Now grab the damn camera.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, dear.
It's him.
I guess Andy's gonna try to take him on.
We combed the crap out of this place. Vandy's in there and we didn't find her.
It's because someone didn't want us to.
Awesome. Well, let's walk right into that.
I'm trying to think maybe some kind of witchcraft that the ghost has access to. Because that's a lot of power for just one ghost. Oh, Bobby, quick learner.
Hey! Sorry, boys. I'm leaving the pack. Steve! And Sam!
It's not on.
No, it's not.
Sam, get back down here! Annie? Slimer?
Please, please.
What?
Jimmy down.
I hate these indie films. Nothing ever happens.
Into the house.
Ghost facers wannabes.
These halls.
Wait, pause it. Frame back a little bit. Stop.
Oh, look at that.
And not in a good way.
These guys can help. They just need to know that we're here.
But don't they know from seeing your face in the camera? They know now.
Whoa!
Please. I'm Victoria. Victoria Doll.
Where'd you come from?
Here. I was a fancy lady.
A hooker?
Please.
Annie's in terrible danger. We all are.
From?
Whitman Van Ness.
But he's dead.
Whitman has great power over all of us in the house. He killed Annie. Please. You must...
Wait. Bobby and Annie didn't see him do that?
I'm gonna say she was telling the truth, considering that she just got Ghost killed. So what? Whitman Van Ness? Now we know whose bones to salt and burn. Let's go.
Oh, okay. No, okay. What? That's confusing. So they just stood there and watched him go over to her and finish her. Oh, shit, indeed.
I figured our one ace was that bastard Whitman couldn't leave the house either.
Must have pulled the number like you in the flask. Probably planted something on the boys.
Terrific.
Hey, listen, sweetie. You could beat yourself up all day about this. Or we could take advantage of the fact that Whitman's gone. Do what we're supposed to do. Let's go figure this out.
Yeah. Stay busy.
Yeah, that's Victoria. That is how he took her out. But where did he get her corpse?
So he's burning their bones at the same time. I can't seem to reconcile that. Secret room.
I still got it.
Yeah. A lot of bones. Teenagers, their bodies, yeah. Oh.
Well, this pretty much tells the story, don't it? You know, you and me, we earned our fair share of bones. A lot of ghosts packing.
How did she die exactly, though?
What do you think happens to him? Heaven, hell, or none of the above?
I don't know. Just gone, most likely.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of heaven and hell? If that's the case?
It's gone now.
Yeah, well, I ain't done.
Okay, fine, but I am. You're stronger than I am now, Bobby, so, you gotta do this for me.
The information seems a bit contradictory to me.
Take it easy. We'll get there. That's not me.
Oh, shit. He's trying to drive them off the road.
What's he with us? I don't know. There's gotta be something on us. Hey, hey.
kidnapped him back to his favorite house. Where is a sitting duck? We gotta find those bones. Come on.
Well, let's get to cremating. Ain't got all day.
It's a very small fire. You'll need like a whole bonfire to get rid of everybody's bones. Well, they could just walk through walls, right? So, doesn't matter.
Enjoy the view from my room? Planning to thin out the population? Is this how you repay my hospitality?
No! Oh my god, no! Oh.
No! I will not be taken!
Still not making any sense how he's able to do that to Bobby. Okay, I think I'm missing something.
What?
They could just see him now?
Bobby?
Finally!
Wait.
Okay.
You can see me? Annie's here too, by the way.
Hi, Annie. Hi, Annie.
Hi, guys.
Bobby, how'd you stay here?
Yeah, well,
Flaskety flask.
all that, Swayze.
So what happened? Did you get stuck or what?
I wanted to stay.
Bobby.
I need to help. Annie and I found all the bodies. Let's put them to rest. And keep my damn flask away from the fire. Obviously.
I hope Dean doesn't just throw it in. It's weird with Bobby like this.
Here's to Annie. She got the hunter's funeral she wanted. Kind of like the one we thought we gave you.
Damn.
What are you thinking, Bobby?
We still have work to do. I just thought that was kind of important, Dean.
It's not right. You know that.
Sorry. You're right. What was I thinking?
Okay. So, are they going to now make it where Bobby tags along as a ghost? Is that what they're gonna do?
I mean, I think it's possible we could, I don't know, make it all work somehow.
I have no idea. But you know what I do know? That ain't the natural order of things. And everything is supposed to end now. What are the odds this ends well? What are the odds?
This is really sad. But, like, I see promise of what could be, but I don't know how much of it is just me kind of wanting something very different. I'm gonna have to look through now. There's a lot of scenes to consider, but I'm so confused at this point when it comes to the lore they're bringing in. There was one thing that seemed contradictory to me, which I'll bring up shortly. Okay, thoughts coming up. All right, let's start first with the main confusion I have that I could not find an answer to, and I really want some justification about that. And that's Mr. Ness and how he's able to, plunge his hand into these ghosts and essentially disintegrate them. And how I understood it happening in the episode was that their bones are being burned in his fireplace. But then how is he able to do it simultaneously? Like, he just touches them or, plunges his hand into them and they start disintegrating in fire So how is he able to burn their bones at the same time? That's where I just couldn't put the puzzle pieces together, in the period of time that I have to just quickly look at the episode again a little bit, browsing back and forth. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, how is he able to do that and no one else had that power? I really would like clarification on that. Because essentially you're saying that a ghost can get to that point where they can control other ghosts that way and do those things to them, right? Like Bobby is a ghost now. If he wanted to, could he amass that kind of power to go around blasting other ghosts if he gets access to their bones? All right, so the second thing I was a bit confused on, and I thought it was contradictory to what I've understood with the ghost lore, but I don't think it is anymore after kind of looking back at the scene. But again, if I'm wrong, I'll leave it up to you to correct me. And that's the part where Annie was asking Bobby about what happens to them when they get smithereened by Ness, right? And she was saying, do they go to heaven? Do they go to hell? And in my reaction, I was wondering, well, don't you go to either or? That's why heaven and hell is there. But from looking back at that scene, it seems as if you're a ghost stuck in ghost world, you haven't had a reaper come to you after death, and then you get blown to smithereens or have your bones burned, that kind of disintegration or that kind of second death, there's no indication what happens to them at that point. They don't go to hell, they don't go to heaven, or maybe even purgatory. That's actually the first place I thought of, maybe, that kind of death will lead you to. But purgatory, apparently in Supernatural, it's only for monsters, so I don't know about that. Whereas, in contrast, in the normal way of things, if Bobby had said yes to the Reaper to go to heaven, and he had a hunter's funeral with his body and everything burned, that's fine. You're going to heaven because you met your Reaper, and Reapers bring you either to heaven or hell, right? Okay. Sorry if that's a bit confusing the way I kind of verbalized all of it, but for me, that's how I'm understanding it, that when you don't have your Reaper, you don't go to hell or heaven after you're dead, and you're stuck in ghost world and somebody burns your bones, we don't know what really happens to you after that point, that kind of second death. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, so now let me talk about a bit my feelings and thoughts about this episode in general. I have said in a previous reaction video, not too long ago, that if they were going to go this route of having Bobby be this ghost, tagging along the Winchesters as a storyline, a small part of me thinks that's kind of neat, as they seem to have insinuated in this episode, that, okay, now instead of a real life Bobby, it's ghost Bobby, ghost dad, right? So, all right, let's see where that can go. And it's useful to them because now Bobby has access to this spirit world of supernatural elements, and he can be really useful to them in many cases. So I am curious if that's now how they're going to continue the supernatural saga with Bobby as a ghost instead of as a real life person. There's a small part of me that likes where that could go. So I'm excited a little bit, but I'm going to go back to the point I made in my past video, where if that's your reason to kill off Bobby in order just to have him now be a ghost character, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that reason to kill Bobby. Oh, it's conflicting. I'm going to have to really think on it a little bit more. And after rewatching it again, I'll see. And of course, with my upcoming watches for episodes 20 and 21, I'll see where they're going with that. But yeah, I think that's it. So now, as for the scene that stands out the most to me, I decided to pick the scene where Bobby finally communicates to Dean and Sam that he's there, and that's by writing on the mirror that Annie's at the house, and it's Bobby who is there all along, which adds to my joy of getting more clarification as to why Bobby wasn't able to speak to Sam at that time. There was a point in this episode that I thought it's because the fact that Bobby said he blacked out for 2 weeks, so maybe that was the 2-week period that Sam couldn't reach him. but instead it's mainly because the flask was on Dean's personal self, hence Dean would be the one that could see him. Which makes it kind of funny and interesting that right at the end of the episode, Bobby has the chutzpah, I don't know how else to describe it, to finally be seen by the Winchesters, but I'm glad they didn't drag it on further on for future episodes. I think right now it's kind of good. They finally know he's there, and although Dean seems quite upset at the situation, the key words that they said at the end, that this is not the natural order of things, I think is foreshadowing that my slight enthusiasm for there to be somewhat of a trio, team with a ghost Bobby, I think that's going to go out the window, because if this is not the natural order of things, that means that some way, somehow, maybe the Reapers are going to take action against the situation, or maybe death will come back into play. Julian Richings, I could see him coming back and be like, no, Bobby's going to hell or heaven or whatever. And he sets things straight. All right, so in terms of Ashemojis, I'm going to give this episode a solid 4. It was a great episode. There are some points that it's a little kind of like, whatever when it comes to Mr. Ness, but it was still very thrilling. And the mystery is really good. I can't dog it too much on a lot of fronts. And I think that when it comes to Bobby and finally getting him on board with the Winchesters as a whole, it's a relief for me as a viewer to see, okay, this is what's going on. Let's see what's happening next. So there you have it. That's my reaction to episode 19 from the 7th season of Supernatural. Share your comments below as to what you think about this episode. Were you also a bit enthusiastic of possibly having a ghost Bobby on the side? Or were you just like pretty much like Dean, where you're like, this is not good, this is bad, this is not natural. They've got to put him to rest in some way, somehow, what thereof. Let me know your thoughts about this episode. I look forward to reading them. In the meantime, if you want access to my full reaction to this episode with extra commentary that I share mainly with my club members, details about how to go about getting access to all of that is in the description box below, as well as details on how you can support this channel if you're not interested in being a club member, but you do want to help me grow here on YouTube, as I do endeavor to possibly react to other things, but it's all about having time and resources to do so, so your support is very much appreciated if you're so willing. Nonetheless, until my next reaction video, everyone, thank you again for tuning in. I'm peacing out. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.